Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Questionable Treatments. My name is Kim. I am joined by my husband, who does not want to be here,
Ryan.
And we are continuing our conversation on Michael Swango. If you remember, last episode was pretty twisty-turny.
Yep.
It's even worse.
Lots of twists and turns. Very complicated.
Yeah.
Almost as complicated a work history as mine.
Yeah, and you learned that we went to almost the exact same school that he did, so...
It was in the same family, yeah.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
I mean, like 20, 30,000 students go to each one of them.
Gotta be a killer in there somewhere.
Bound to be some serial killers in there somewhere, just statistically speaking.
For anyone who doesn't know, the Southern Illinois University, whatever.
Yeah, there's SIU.
Which is in Carbondale.
Well, no, that's SIUC. There's SIUC and SIUE. Carbondale and Edwardsville. I thought SIU was...
Springfield?
Champlain?
No. Is there one in Champaign?
I thought so. I thought there were like 3 or 4 of them.
I know there's one in Springfield. Springfield isn't just the medical school. It's, science and biology as well. Carbondale, Springfield, and Edwardsville. Yeah, that's it.
So what's the name of the one in Springfield?
It's the medical school, but it also has... Yeah, so it's SIUSM.
Okay. I thought there was like a main SIU.
That's Carbondale.
But they're SIUC, or were they first?
I think Carbondale was first, and then...
SIUE's been around since 1957.
Main campus, Carbondale.
Okay.
SIUC founded on March 9th of 1869.
Dang. Okay.
Okay, so now you got a way more history than you expected you were going to get. But now we go back to Michael Swango, and if you're following along as we put these out, he killed some people in Ohio, pretty sure.
Somebody tends to die in these episodes.
Yeah, Ohio. So this is him. Okay, so he was in Ohio, and then he moved to University of South Dakota.
Okay.
You remember that?
Sure. I
Yeah.
mean, I remember he moved around. Yeah, I didn't remember the specific universities necessarily.
So University of South Dakota is the last place that he was, where he was doing the same thing that he always does. This is where we're picking up.
And he was trying to get a medical residency, but he couldn't because he kept killing people.
No, he got them. He got into them.
Well, but he
couldn't
didn't
finish
get through them.
Yeah, he couldn't finish
because people suspiciously started dying wherever he went.
Yeah.
Or getting sick.
Yeah. Okay. So after being dismissed from University of South Dakota, he worked as a counselor at State Career Development Center in Newport News, Virginia. Sounds like a fake town.
That always sounds like a fake town.
He would give advice to people who were trying to get into the medical field, and he would then find placement for them within said field.
That's interesting. A guy who never really got through it.
Yeah, I know.
Got placed.
I know.
It's like when I called my alumni association and got an appointment with a career counselor. And when they told me the guy's name, I looked him up on LinkedIn, and he was like 22 and had never had a job before. I called back. I was like, no, this guy won't be able to help me. I don't want to waste all of our time.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, that's understandable. It's like, then why do you have the guy doing it?
Yeah. So he was fired from this place as well once his history was discovered. So once it was found out that he was convicted he was convicted for trying to murder people with poison. They were like, yeah, you can go somewhere else. So they're just bouncing him around.
Don't mind if I do.
Yeah. They're just bouncing him around, allowing him to continue killing people. In 1989, all the way through 1990, Michael worked as a lab tech with a coal company where he was fired for falsifying documents. And in 1990, Michael worked as an EMT in Washington, D.C., and also West Virginia and North Dakota. He moved around a lot because all of his coworkers kept,
getting sick.
And also because he lied.
Lied about his conviction?
Yeah, so he was identifying documents and stuff.
Such as his ID or background check documentation?
Background check documentation.
Okay.
So this brings us to 1991, where he changes his name legally to Daniel J. Adams and applies to the residency program at Ohio Valley Medical Center in Wheeling, West Virginia. Why it's named Ohio and it's in West Virginia, I have no idea.
Well, there's the what is it? The Alton Wood River Sportsman's Club.
In Grafton? No, in Granite.
I think it's in Bethalto.
No, but is it Bethalto?
I think so.
It's either Bethalto or Grafton.
Something like that, yeah. It's like named after two places, but in neither.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Okay, so this did not work as he falsified important documents like criminal background check. So that would be his, conviction log. Mm-hmm. Along with other things, and changing your name does not change your background.
But doesn't it make it harder to find?
No, because all of your original background stuff is just tied to the new name.
Oh.
Because he legally changed it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it would just go back and retroactively change the name on all your old stuff.
Yeah, now, before, they'd be like, this person used to be this person.
Oh, it just links it?
Yeah. Huh. Still in 1991.
I'd like to change my name. It'd be nice to go back to pre-internet times and just be offline. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows what you look like. Freedom.
Yeah. Yeah. So he was found out. His coworkers got sick, so he had to quit there. Still in 1991, Michael takes a class on advanced cardiac life support in Virginia, where he meets Kristen Kinney, and they start dating.
Ooh.
Things were going well, and Kristen's mother was happy for her, as he seemed to be a good man and was good to her. In 1992, Michael was interviewed for a residency program at Stanford University of South Dakota Medical Center in Sauk Falls, South Dakota? Saux? I don't know how to say that.
Sioux? Sioux?
Yeah.
Sioux.
How does that make Sioux?
I think it's Sioux. It's Native American. I think it's Sioux.
Sioux Falls, South Dakota, where he converted. This is what he did everywhere.
I have 2% Cherokee blood. Although so does everybody.
Yeah, well, apparently I have an 1/8 Cherokee blood. Yeah. And an 1/8 Blackfoot blood. My dad's apparently half Native American.
And my great-grandma was full blood? Something like that.
Okay, so...
Whatever. I came out 100... Somehow I came out 120% Irish. You say, like you're surprised. Do you not agree?
Well, first off, 100... You can't go above 100%.
Oh, I can.
Second...
But I go out in the sun and then I molt like a...
like a crab. Mm-hmm. So this is where he converted his Illinois Illinois criminal. Because we're critical of his criminal.
Of his criminality.
Of his criminal record on the Illinois Department of Corrections sheet to show that he had a misdemeanor for simple assault for fighting, not 6 felony poisonings. Mm-hmm. So he did this with everyone. He stated in his interview he only served 6 years in prison, not sentenced to 5 and serving 2.
Yeah.
He also had other false documents and letters to get the job. So he made up letters of recommendation.
I never thought of doing that. That's a great idea.
Isn't it?
Like, layoffs are so common now. I know so many managers and directors and stuff who are not at those companies anymore. They'd have no way of tracking them down.
Yeah.
I could say anything.
Except for LinkedIn.
I mean, not necessarily. I guess maybe. But LinkedIn's 99% bots.
But they don't.
And fake stories.
They don't.
Is your phone buzzing?
Yes, okay. Email. I mean, most of these people don't check their LinkedIn, so it's fine.
Yeah.
They just have a LinkedIn because they're 500 years old.
LinkedIn is the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
Go away. Take your cat with you.
Oh my God, leave it. Leave that in there.
If you can hear the... Maybe I will.
Yeah.
I think Curly and Colin are fighting.
Yeah.
Or playing.
I think Colin's trying to play because Colin tried to play with Pepper, and Pepper yipped, and he hasn't touched her since.
Yeah.
That's his problem. That's our problem. We can't yip. Okay, so he got into the residency program and was a stellar employee, at least to the managers of the center. All the staff and coworkers for him were like, he's a little sus.
He's a little creepy.
He's a little sus. So, while he was there, the head of the residency program, Dr. Anthony Salem, was looking into the background of Daniel when he came across some of his old employers trying to warn the University of South Dakota from hiring him. And if he did, then the dean would have to have lawyers on standby. But he did it anyway.
So they hired him anyway.
They hired him anyway.
That is so irritating.
Yeah, they're like, whatever. They were probably thinking, he's probably, just sloppy because he had sloppy charts. He had sloppy charts everywhere he went.
Yeah.
Kinney also worked as a nurse at the Veterans Hospital that was part of the university hospital. So when they moved to here, where we're at, they both worked at the same hospital.
Here?
We're in South Dakota. We're back at South Dakota.
Okay.
We're at Stanford.
Yeah.
Or Sanford. That's what I meant. Sanford. In South Dakota.
Sanford.
Yeah. So he already was fired from University of South Dakota for internal medicine. And then they turn around and hire him for a different role.
Yeah.
It's like, you fucking idiots.
Well, right now, I'm being considered for 2 positions at the same company. And they're like racing against each other.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's not surprising. I haven't told them that the other job is the same company, just a different area.
I wouldn't. Okay. So he is currently working on his residency. How are you so loud with everything you do?
If I'm not loud, you're afraid I'm dead.
Because you're loud all the motherfucking time. You didn't drink loud, so you had to make your fucking bottle loud.
I could have just cut that out. All I have to do is just mute my mic for that couple seconds.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to cut out the whole me yelling at you thing because that is annoying.
No, I don't think I will.
Don't do that again. Can't use that bottle no more. Taking it away from you. So he worked in the Veterans Hospital for his residency. I don't remember what his residency program was supposed to be because you have different...
The original one?
No.
Or this one?
This one. This is like a different one. So he's just grasping at straws at this point. He's like, whatever I can get into, put me in it. But he's working at the Veterans Hospital.
Do we know his age at this time?
No.
Has he been bouncing around really quickly? Or did he finish his degree when he was like 24 and now he's like 45?
He graduated in... I don't know. That was the last episode. Why are you asking me?
Oh, it's okay. It doesn't matter. I'm just curious.
I think he graduated in 83.
Oh, this is 89 or 90. So that's not too bad.
Yeah, 83.
All these jobs, all this moving around, like the different women, and going to jail for 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Did he wait in 83 to graduate? I know he started undergraduate in 79. Then he transferred. So 79. Yeah, 83. Really quick though. But anyhow. So they worked at the Veterans Hospital together. Him and his girlfriend. The start of the downfall for Michael was when he applied to AMA, American Medical Association, for a license to practice medicine in October of 92. But there were many discrepancies with his application, and Nancy, the worker that was reviewing his application, sent an email to Michael stating there needed to be more of an investigation into him, and it would take a little while longer.
An email?
An email.
Okay. I mean, I guess email has been around for a while, but I remember, just computers not being that common.
Yeah. After he got this email, Michael's like, nah, I don't need it anymore. It's fine. Like a shark with blood in the water, Nancy was hunting this trail down, man. She called the Quincy judge that oversaw Michael's case to see if the details that were provided from Michael were in fact correct, which they were not. This is where Nancy ended up calling the Ohio University and find out what happened there. They're like, man, we suspect he killed many people.
So she's just tracking his history.
Yeah.
Okay. And she's the first one, this like random clerk.
Yep.
Doing processing applications and verifying stuff, is the first one to see the whole picture.
Yeah.
Because he submitted it.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, take a look at me. License me.
Yeah.
She's like, bet. Uh-oh. There's a lot of...
Yeah. Uh-oh.
A lot of bodies in your wake.
Yeah. So the dean from Ohio University told Nancy that Michael was under suspicion of killing at least 6 people, but there was no evidence. Because, it's poison. And it's the 80s, 90s, in between.
Bit of both.
Yeah, and they didn't really have toxicology at that point. Nancy took this information and reached out to the dean of University of South Dakota School of Medicine, Dr. Robert Talley, and told him what really happened with Michael Swango. I'm trying to go in order of events, but this one is really hard because these two things happened at pretty much the same time.
All right.
While he was at University of South Dakota residency program, many of the nurses found Michael would be checking in on patients who started to randomly go downhill very quickly after he left. Many of his coworkers started to get sick from eating things Michael brought in or was left alone with. Many of the nurses and doctors thought this to be weird, but many docs in the residency programs make mistakes that kill people, so they kept it to themselves until there was an episode that aired on Discovery Channel called Justice Files.
Justice Files.
Justice Files. This episode aired on Thanksgiving of 1992, and it was a re-airing. I think that's how you would put that, re-airing.
Like a rebroadcast?
Yeah, of a segment of a segment from an episode of 2020 about Michael Swango. Now remember, Michael is still using the name Daniel Adams, so no one really knew his real name. There were many nurses that saw the episode that started calling Dr. Talley and Dr. Salem, I almost said Salmon, that's not his name, Dr. Salem, about who he really was. They're like, yo, this is fucked up, man. Not long after that, there were many PCPs, so primary care physicians, calling Dr. Salem about Michael and the concern they had about him being in the program. Michael was kicked out and fired in early 1993. Now we are following Michael and Kristen back to New York. Now, at the beginning of the relationship, he is still married. I don't think I put it in there, but he divorces her not long after he moves and gets the residency to University of South Dakota. So he's with Kinney for a while he's still married.
Right.
Now we are following Michael and Kristen back to New York. They go back. This is where Kristen grew up and where the couple first met. She followed Michael out to South Dakota, but when she returned, her mother, Sharon, said she was a different person. Before Kristen left, she was a bubbly, friendly, and lovable person. When she came back, Kristen was reclusive and short with people. She had to support Michael financially, which she should not have had to do because, he's a doctor and she was a nurse.
Kind of.
He's trying to be a doctor.
Yeah.
He ain't doing it very well, but he's trying. So they were going into debt from the thing Michael was wanting to buy to impress the people he was going to trick into hiring him. So, like Rolexes, fancy suits.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like some specific thing, like the one thing.
No. So he was buying some very expensive shit. So they were engaged. I don't know if I said that, but they were engaged.
I don't think you said that.
Okay, yeah, I did. The last episode. Rita, divorce was final in 1992 to Robin and Michael. Rita and Michael got divorced in 1992 when Michael met a beautiful nurse. So he's not married at this point. He was married, and now that we're in 1992, he's not.
Right.
This is so twisty-turny. I'm fucking confused.
Yeah.
I wrote all this shit down.
It's hard to
I'm
keep
confused.
up with.
This is so confusing. Okay, so they're in debt. He's buying Rolexes as fancy suits.
Right.
To impress people. They're in debt. Kristen and Michael are engaged. They get engaged in South Dakota. They go back to New York. She stops wearing the engagement ring.
She puts the engagement ring on. She starts getting sick. She takes it off. She gets better.
Uh-huh. You would think.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Her mother suspected Kristen was actually about to leave him. She just seemed like she was not happy anymore. This is when her mother, Sharon, started to notice. Oh, this is real weird. Sharon started to notice that her daughter was starting to get sick. Horrible headaches and vomiting.
Was poisoning her.
Which was suspected to be stress, but we know better.
Yeah.
Kristen's body was found in a park in Newport, New York.
I knew.
On June 15th of 93.
I knew you were going to say she died, because otherwise you wouldn't be saying, like, her mother thought this, and she was acting like this, and they suspected she was about to leave him. Because otherwise it would have been, she was about to leave him if she had survived and left.
Yeah.
So he kills, maybe accidentally, the person who's supporting him.
Oh, it's not accidentally. He was poisoning her.
Yeah, but he may not have meant to kill her. Like his coworkers, I don't think, the ones that he was poisoning before, he didn't kill them. He killed patients. He made people sick otherwise. He may have just, I don't know, for whatever reason. Just
hold on.
Okay.
You hold on.
I'm just trying to think of why you wouldn't probably purposely kill the only person who's got your back.
One would think, but this
Although
man's
he might have killed her
a psychopath.
She was gonna leave him.
Yeah. So Kristen was found with a gunshot wound to her chest.
Oh, that's it. Lead poisoning. Yeah, still fits.
Lead poisoning. Which was reported to be self-inflicted.
Uh-huh.
I have many problems with this, as the number one gunshot suicide area is the head.
Yeah. Where'd she shoot herself? Allegedly.
Yeah, in her chest.
In her chest.
In her chest. The gunshot wound was in her chest.
Like in her heart?
Somewhere in her chest. They didn't say specifically
Shooting
where.
yourself in the chest is an old school way of doing it.
Yeah. Whether through the mouth or at the temple, the chest shot was something that was done in the olden days, like when you were born.
Mm-hmm.
There was a note in the truck that she was driving, which was parked close, that said, "I'm finally at peace." Sharon got a call from the police stating they found a body they suspected was her daughter, and she needed to come to the station to identify the body. You're welcome. All my tattoos keep you from having to go do that.
Yeah.
Because you'd be like, here's the pictures of her tattoos, and they'd be like, identity confirmed.
Wow. Closed casket. Nobody wants to see all that stuff.
So she did. She confirmed the ID to the police, and the police asked who the victim was seeing and what she'd been doing and who she'd been with recently. Right. The remother.
It's when you give your kid up for adoption, but then you take him back.
Yeah.
Remother.
Sharon responded she was engaged to Michael Swango, and the officer dropped his head into his hands and groaned. So he got himself something of a name for himself with the police. Yeah. I don't know. My brain's not working very well right now.
He's got a little infamy.
Yeah.
He's this guy's seen the what was it, Discovery Channel?
Yeah.
Special.
Yeah. Well, he fucking interviewed for it while he was in prison the first time. He did the interview for it. That's how they saw his face.
Yeah.
That's something that I couldn't find until I got to this later part.
Your daughter's dead? Who is she? Oh, she's engaged to a killer. Like a convicted
poisoner.
Killer or attempted,
Convicted poisoner. They didn't say anything, but clearly indicated that something was really wrong there. There were journal entries which Kristen was writing in while she lived in South Dakota. Sharon found it and said that it stated, "I was so sick. I was vomiting. I couldn't hold my head up. It hurt so bad." So he's been poisoning her all along.
Yeah.
The whole time. Sharon suspected her daughter did not commit suicide because of being sick, but did not commit suicide because of being sick, but because of grief that she suspected her partner was poisoning her. So Sharon thinks Kristen
did kill herself.
Found out that Michael was poisoning her and killed herself from that.
Yeah.
She was so distraught from it. I don't think she killed herself at all. I don't think so. Nobody shoots himself in the chest to kill themselves. It's so hard to get the heart to kill yourself instantly.
Is it?
Yeah, because it's like the size of your fist.
You don't really die instantly anyway, do you?
No. So it's better to do the brain. Shoot the brain. Then you're offline immediately. I thought I was going to sneeze.
Yeah, I mean, when you see, I don't know. When you see like old school stuff of like people shooting themselves in the chest, that's like 1700s, 1800s, like I have lost this battle and I cannot live with the shame, so I'll kill myself this way to show that I'm not afraid.
Yeah. At this time, right before the body was found, Michael was accepted into a residency program at State University of New York in psychiatry. Isn't that weird?
Isn't that interesting?
He's accepted to a residency program.
And then he kills his fiance.
And then his wife is found, or his fiance is found dead.
Yeah.
Not his wife yet, his fiance. Huh. Maybe he doesn't need somebody to support him anymore. Newport VA Hospital was where he was stationed.
And now he doesn't have to pay back all that debt from buying watches and suits or whatever.
Yeah. She gone now. Newport VA Hospital was where he was stationed for his program credentials, and the same patterns were starting again. It was September 29th of 1993 when a man named Baron Harris checked into the VA hospital for pneumonia. This should have been a quick course of antibiotics. I'm assuming he needed antibiotics administered through IV for this, as he was admitted even though he was in good health generally. His wife, Elise, went to visit her husband in the hospital and found a doctor watching over him and introduced himself as Michael Kirk.
So he's got a new name again?
He's got a new name again.
Legally changed, or just he's falsifying documents?
I think at this point he's falsifying documents. Now, I want you to remember this is a VA hospital. A government hospital. Okay, keep that in your brain.
It's in there.
Okay. The wife was very impressed with the attention Dr. Kirk was giving her husband. She thought he was just a really good doctor. Some odd days later, his wife walked in to find her husband restrained to the bed with leather restraints, and Dr. Kirk's excuses were Barron had become violent and needed to be restrained and given some sedatives. On another day, Dr. Kirk ordered a liver test, among others. A few days after that, Elise walked in to her husband's room to find the blinds drawn and Dr. Kirk injecting something into Mr. Harris's neck. And when asked, Dr. Kirk stated it was just some vitamins but was actually a paralytic. So he's back at it again.
Yeah. So she keeps finding this doctor doing weird shit.
Yeah.
And she's not telling anybody?
No.
Okay.
No, yeah. So he's injecting vitamins, but it was actually a paralytic. Elise mentioned this to a nurse, and the nurse stated Elise would have to be mistaken, as the doc did not do injections, as that was the nurse's job. So she did tell somebody, but they're like, you're nuts, woman. On October 11th, Dr. Kirk confronted Elise about her husband's state, that he fell into coma and there would be nothing he would be able to do to bring him out of it. Elise stated Dr. Kirk now seemed to be cold and detached, which was very different than when she first met him. On November 9th, Barron died from cardiopulmonary failure secondary to encephalitis. So he had two things going on that could have killed him, but they suspect cardiopulmonary failure was the thing.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking is he had encephalitis, and why it's saying cardiopulmonary is secondary to it is because it came after the encephalitis because everything started to shut down.
Yeah.
That's what I assume.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. Medical terminology, I know some of it, but not all of it. This death was directly related to whatever Dr. Kirk injected into the patient.
Duh.
Okay, we are going to back up a little bit because I am trying to keep everything in order of the person involved, so there is going to be quite a bit of back and forth on dates. October 13th, Dr. Jordan Cohen, Dean of SUNY, is what I'm calling it.
And is this 92 still? Or are we in
93.
93, okay.
So the SUNY School of Medicine at Stony Brook received a call from Dr. Talley. Dr. Talley got a call from Sharon Cooper about Michael Swango practicing medicine at that location, and Dr. Talley wanted to call him to warn him of the danger Michael was. So Dr. Talley was the South Dakota person. Dr. Miller, the head of the residency program and the one to interview Michael, was in all sense of the word an idiot. He never checked into Michael Kirk. He never checked into the records of the school and noticed Michael Swango changed his name a month after being at the school. So he started there as Michael Swango. A month later, he goes, my name's not Michael Kirk now. So this guy never checked into that. He never looked into the felony Michael disclosed he had. He never looked into the gaps in his resume. He took the word of Michael and everything he said as fact. When Dr. Cohen learned about Michael's background, he was shocked and concerned about the patients, as he should be.
Yeah.
He spent several weeks closely reviewing all of the charts Michael did and checking up on all of the patients Michael had contact with. There were 147, including Barron. There were some deaths, which was not abnormal, but what was abnormal was it was Michael Swango.
Yeah.
On October 19th, Michael was fired from his residency program yet again. The local police and the FBI were called where surveillance was started on Michael, which noted he was dating one of the nurses. Now remember, Kristen was found dead on June 15th.
Yeah.
Not even a year later, he's dating another nurse?
Yeah, I wouldn't even expect him to wait a week.
Like, come on. The hardest decision for Dr. Cohen was to force Dr. Miller to resign, as he was a great trainer of young doctors, but there had to be accountability held for the fact that quality control process was not followed, and it had to be shown that that was not going to stand at the hospital.
Yeah. Yeah, the one who let the wolf into the hen house. Or
Yeah.
whatever the term is.
Yeah. Dr. Cohen did not want this to happen to any other patients when another person was accepted. So to combat this, Dr. Cohen okay, never mind. Back up. Dr. Cohen did not want this to happen to any other patients when Michael gets accepted to another residency program. Because clearly he's going to.
Right.
Nothing stopped him yet.
Nobody's going to do anything about him.
Yeah. You're supposed to, at this point, you're supposed to be legally bound to not hire a felon into any medical anything. And nobody's checking up onto this. So they're all
not
wrong.
following the rules.
Yeah. Because they're not checking into it.
Right.
So, to combat this, Dr. Cohen faxed letters to all of the medical schools in the whole country stating what happened and to beware of this guy and the aliases he used.
Nice.
He was the first one to do this. So we must commend him for this action, as it would have taken a lot of time to research all of the schools in the country to warn
all
them.
The fax numbers.
Yeah.
I have no idea how that works on an old school fax machine.
Yeah.
I mean, even on the one we have, I mean, the built-in thing, like, you gotta put all the numbers in manually. Like, you gotta just sit there for a week or two.
Just faxing everything.
Right.
Now remember, Michael never got his medical license because he was never able to finish his residency to apply and test for his MD.
Right.
So in order for Michael to continue to kill people through healthcare, he needed to finish his residency. But now that road has passed because of one lady, Sharon. Sharon got crumbled all of his dreams. Boy, he is probably pissed. Now remember, the FBI were contacted and they went to his residence to search. They went to his residence to serve a search warrant. This was at his VA apartment in the dormitory for all of the students there. And to arrest him on fraud charges for falsifying legal documents and lying on an employment application.
Makes sense.
Do you know why this is such a big deal? Told you to stick something in your brain.
Oh, he was at a government hospital, yeah.
Yeah, he lied to the government.
Lying isn't a big deal. The government can lie to you. You can't lie to them.
Yeah, you can't lie to the government. In case anybody needed to be reminded of that, you cannot lie to the government. He was not there. Nope. He continuously evade the authorities by moving constantly and falsifying documents.
Continuously evaded
the authorities.
Good Lord. Go on.
By falsifying documents and moving constantly. Oh, Lordy.
Did you not have any coffee today?
No.
Okay.
No.
It shows.
The authorities were not able to track down Michael, even though the Coopers were doing everything they could to find where he was.
Who are the Coopers?
Sharon, I may not have said
Coopers?
it. Yeah, Sharon Cooper is Kristen Kinney's mother.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't say her last name.
Okay. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. I don't know.
I don't think I did.
But her family.
Her family.
Not just Sharon, but probably her Kinney, whatever. Kristen Kinney's family.
Whole family, yeah.
Got it.
Because the husband of Sharon is her stepfather.
Right.
It's not her legal biological dad.
Yeah.
It was finally mid-1994 when he was tracked down to a home of Brett Gee. Brett Gee. And it seems he was using the name Jack Kirk.
Why
by
Kirk?
Another name. I don't know. Maybe he likes Star Trek.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
He is working at a water treatment plant for a computer company. His role? Chemist. There was not yet an arrest warrant signed for Michael. Why? Nobody knows. It seems it's because the FBI was not able to track him down, but the time has come, and yet there was no arrest warrant.
Right. They finally found him. They're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
We missed something.
It took at least a week to get one because they had to go through the proper channels. Do not fear. There is no way he would be able to get away again because he is being watched 24/7 by the authorities. The arrest warrant was finally in and the authorities quickly moved in to arrest him. What do you think? Is Michael arrested?
No, I think he was already in a different state, in another residency program, and married to some other girl.
Well, he can't be in another residency program because all the schools got
Nah, he would have found a way.
Probably would have found a way. Michael seemed to be missing being free and killing people, so he already fled the country. He noticed that he was being watched and left. Where, you might ask? Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe?
He went to Zimbabwe. He worked as a doctor there and seemed to have killed people there as well. There were many strange deaths that happened at the clinic he was at. We know this because there was word sent back to Zimbabwe, and they think Michael was responsible for at least 5 deaths, even though at the time the complaints against Michael were written off as hallucinations because it was women reporting it.
Huh.
And they're like, girl, you crazy.
Interesting. You're hysterical.
Yeah, you're hysterical.
Why Zimbabwe? Did you find that?
Because he couldn't be extradited back.
That's it?
Uh-huh.
Like, do they speak English in Zimbabwe?
Well, they were also looking for an English-speaking doctor. They wanted a doctor with the medical...
Oh, wherever
background.
he went in Zimbabwe?
Yeah.
How did he find out about it?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that there's a newspaper clipping or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
There's a newspaper article wherever he was, like,
Yeah.
looking for a doctor in Zimbabwe,
Yeah.
in case you're interested wherever you are.
There was a company in South Africa that wanted him to be in a position in Saudi Arabia. One teeny tiny problem. He needed a new work visa for Saudi Arabia. So what does one do when they need something? They get it. How? One might ask. He tried to get one over the wonderful internet, but the website stated he needed to come back to the wonderful US of A to get the visa. So Michael booked a flight from Johannesburg to Chicago for a layover. Huh?
Johannesburg.
Oh, I like Johannesburg. I like
Johannesburg, South Africa, right?
Yeah. Is it Johannesburg?
Johannesburg.
Johannesburg. To Chicago for a layover, then to Portland, Oregon, where he was supposed to get his visa.
Watch me be wrong. Sound like an asshole.
Yeah. I need you to put in some, like, suspenseful music here. Okay? Okay. The year was 1996, and Michael was on the flight to Chicago. The plane landed at O'Hare Airport. The plane parked at the terminal it needed and started to disembark. It was a nice summer day as it was the 27th of June. The sun was shining, the sky was blue, he was going to custom checks, and boom! FBI agents everywhere, and music. I don't know if this was how it actually happened, but I really hope it was.
Mm-hmm. A hopeful day, a nice situation, ruined.
I know, yeah, beautiful day, arrested. Michael was arrested on the charges of lying to the government, which the longest sentence able to be handed down is 5 years in prison. In September of the same year, the arraignment happened where he pleaded not guilty. The FBI and the United States attorneys are still investigating the claims made against him for poisoning and murder. The trial for the fraud charges was scheduled to start June 5th of 1997. The investigation took the U.S. attorney in charge of the case, Cecilia Gardner, to Zimbabwe, which is where we know he killed at least 5 people. They took hair samples and handwriting samples from Kristen. He was never charged with the murder of her, so I guess it was a no. I don't know. Maybe
they just couldn't prove it.
Yeah.
They had him on so much other stuff.
Yeah. They think she isn't the one that actually wrote the note. Shocking, I know. Before they were able to get the charges for murder onto him, Michael pled guilty to fraud and sentenced to 5 years on July 12th of 98. So it was pushed back. Just kept getting pushed back.
This is a long story. Like, this is a long time of him doing this and, like, this cat and mouse thing.
Yeah. The investigators got interviews from families of people who died at Stony Brook in Ohio University Hospital. He was charged with 4 counts of murder in the first degree in June of 2000. So this is pretty recent.
In terms of what we've been going, yeah.
Yeah.
Relatively, yeah.
Yeah. He pled not guilty. Shocker. But was ultimately convicted with 4 counts of first degree murder for Thomas Samarico? I think it's Samarico.
Somebody from Zimbabwe?
No.
Oh, this is somebody in the U.S.?
Yes. George Ciano and Aldo Sereni from Stony Brook and Cynthia Ann McGee from OSU. McGee was a 19-year-old female who came into the ER and was sent up to surgery because she was in a car accident. She should have recovered. Like, it wasn't that bad. I think
Swango killed her.
Swango killed her. Yeah, the only reason he knew about her was because of the surgery consult. He was also convicted with 1 count of battery for his part in the death of Baron Harris. Baron did not die only from poisoning as he had heart and lung problems that could have killed him, but the poisoning moved it along faster. All of these convictions are because he finally pled guilty to avoid being extradited to Zimbabwe and was sentenced to life in prison.
I wonder what they would have done to him in Zimbabwe.
Death immediately.
Yeah, but how? Like,
Fed him to the tiger.
Is it like firing squad?
I'll probably fed him to the tiger.
I mean, we can hope. But I have my doubts.
Probably firing
It's
squad.
probably,
yeah.
It's got to be something worse than what they would do here.
Yeah.
And really.
Michael is housed at ADX Florence in Colorado, a maximum security prison, which Michael requested.
Never a good sign.
No.
All the crime shows you watch, like the fake ones, whenever they request a particular prison, that means they know a way out.
I don't know. He's still there. And he's still alive.
Figured he would be.
Yeah.
He'd be getting older, but he'd still be around.
Yeah. That is the story of Michael Kirk.
Or Michael...
Or
No.
Daniel Adams.
Right. Michael Swango. All the other names.
Or Jack Kirk.
It's quite a story.
It is the most confusing.
Yeah, it's a lot of moving parts.
I have never been so confused from a story ever.
Did he ever reveal why?
No. So there was a lot of... So he was never examined by a psychologist. But there was a lot of well-known psychologists who followed the case and think that he was a psychotic narcissist.
Meaning...
That he just killed people.
That's just what it means when you're just driven to kill?
Yeah. He had no sympathy or empathy or guilty conscience. He did it because he wanted to. All
I know, but that's the thing is why, like, because you cannot, like, I don't care about a lot of stuff. I don't have, like, empathy for every single person I see, but I also don't want to kill anybody.
Yeah. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're not a narcissist. It just means that you have a conscience. He didn't have a conscience.
I don't think that everybody has, like, the desire to kill and they just have a conscience that holds them back from it. I think most people don't want to kill anyone. Yeah. And there's something wrong with this guy that he does, obviously. But, like, what was that?
Yeah, so that was... I'm still confused. I researched this whole thing and I'm still confused.
No, I mean, it makes sense. He left a trail. He was poisoning, basically. He would kill people, whether by accident or on purpose, because he was poisoning them just to do it.
The thing that upsets most people...
But I just don't know why. Or why...
He never said why.
Yeah,
or at least not that I found.
And I wonder if you're about to say the most upsetting thing is like how many times people found out that he was probably doing this and he was just allowed to go. They just fired him and he just got another job doing it somewhere else.
They do the same thing to doctors now. If a doctor or a nurse kills people, they are forced to resign and then they write them a letter of recommendation and they go somewhere else.
Right.
Because they don't want it to be their problem. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
I love the medical field, but they got some issues sometimes.
Don't say.
Okay, that's it. That's all I got for you.
Okay, well, join us next time for something else questionable, and
I hope you could follow along with this. If you do want a more in-depth version of this, hopefully where I'm not flubbing the whole time, just let us know. I'll do a whole season on this guy.
Probably could make one.
I probably could, yeah.
All right, well, like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you can on your particular platform, and we'll talk to you next time.
Bye.
Bye.